Hey there, and welcome to my episode 6 review of She-Hulk Goes to a Wedding. And, we can't ever do this stuff sober because nobody should ever have to watch this show fully sober. And let's start this off with some good old Sprite Zero. And I pulled up another bottle of Smirnoff, the red, white, and berry. Why? Because it's delicious and America. Fuck yeah! The show starts off with the first minute of a recap of the previous 5 terrible episodes. And, of course, Jen is talking to Nikki about going to a wedding. And with her comedy chops, she has to break the fourth wall and let us all know that, yes, weddings are inconvenient. This episode is inconvenient. In fact, this entire show is inconvenient to anybody who values their fucking sanity.
And I think I'm going insane.
And the question always comes down to, well, why do you keep watching it for? Why do you keep torturing yourself? Why do you keep drinking? And, yeah, like one of my favorite shows, Lucifer, as he would say,
why do I hate myself so much?
That's some good America, red, white, and berry. Okay, well, if you're ready, sit back. I'm going to try to make you laugh because, unlike the showrunners, I care about you guys and just making somebody smile. But, enjoy the intro. Jen shows up as She-Hulk because of course she is, and everybody has to just fawn over her and oh my god, it's She-Hulk and she's so amazing. And now her friend Lulu is upset because Jen, do everyone a favor, just be Jen because you're in She-Hulk form and this is my big day and I don't want all the attention on you. I want it on me, which is, at least understandable since it is her wedding. And I'm checking out her friend Lulu and I'm like, wow, pretty hot chick and stuff, and I'd bang her. And
wait a second.
I spent 5 minutes on the internet and I'm like, oh shit.
It's a man.
After saying that, now I need a lot more fucking alcohol. Boy, let's see who that pisses off. And okay.
I'm offended.
So now we get to Mallory and Nikki, and there's a new character called Mr. Immortal. And so far, he's been my favorite character of this entire show. Only because of what he does during this scene is how I feel every single time I watch this fucking show.
Because he does it every single time.
Was there an insurance claim
after any of the ends of these identities?
He's there since multiple ex-wives are suing him, since every time he gets into a bad situation, what does he do? Instead of getting a divorce, he just kills himself. Yeah, the guy's an asshole, but honestly, after spending 5 minutes in a room with these two, I can't blame the guy for what he does. And yeah, I gotta show it again because it's probably the only time I laughed since, I can't blame him.
After any of the ends of these identities.
Now Titania shows up at the reception and apparently she's dating one of Lulu's friends, but she's only doing it because she wants to get near Jen and just piss her off. And okay, Jen goes outside, she's moping because that's all Jen ever fucking does in this show. And don't worry, skip forward, not important. So now we get to Mallory, Nikki, and Mr. Immortal and all of his various exes. And they're going through all of his exploits and everything he's done and all the debt that he's racked up. And this is just really annoying because basically Mallory and Nikki are going against Mr. Immortal and teaming up on him, and it's like, as his attorneys, if you don't want to represent the guy, don't represent him, but you're basically siding with all of his exes, which shocks nobody. And like, Jesus Christ, like, from a lawyer's standpoint, you two are really shitty attorneys.
I hate both of you right now.
Jen is talking to the bridesmaids and they give her a dog to walk down the aisle with, and oh god, the comedy is just...
I can't stop laughing.
Killing me, because now we get back to Mallory and Nikki and Mr. Immortal and all of his exes, and it's so fucking stupid that, like, you wonder why the guy jumped out a goddamn window for, because that's how I feel watching this shit. Since some exes get cash money, some get assets, some get a deep, meaningful apology, because, yeah, I'm sure you want an apology while the woman next to you is getting like 100 grand in cash, right? And,
You are stupid! You are straight up stupid!
Goddamn, after the past 5 minutes of watching this episode, I'm just like, hey, let me pull this scene out again.
Any of the ends of these identities?
Now Jen is sitting there in her wedding dress and she's drinking because that's the main character arc for her this entire series. And look, the actual Joshua shows up, and Joshua is such a nice guy and he's good looking, and I'm just so tired of like everybody liking She-Hulk and not me. And he's like, I think you're pretty amazing. And she looks at him like, oh my god, you gave me a compliment and I'm drinking. I
want to fuck him.
Because so far we've seen just how hard Jen makes it for guys to like, go to bed with her.
Constantly trying to validate herself so she'll sleep with anyone.
Now Jen's outside and she's vomiting because she had too much to drink, and Shocker, right? So Titania shows up, kicks her in the face. They get into this badly choreographed fight, as every fight in the show is, and it's just that much more stupid watching it a second time, because at one point Jen does this very slow motion left hook to her face, knocks Titania back, and she's looking around. People have their camera phones out and they're filming her losing, and she's pissed off and she's enraged. She runs towards Jen, and guess what? There's some ice on the ground. She falls face first into the ground. Gets up, and now her veneers are broken, and she's like, oh, I'm pissed and I'm out of here. And I'm thinking to myself that, okay, She-Hulk just punched you in the face, a character that can, deadlift a metric fucking ton, and she's a Hulk character and shit, and she just punched you in the face and you're fine. But falling on the ground is what actually knocks all your teeth out, and oh god, this fucking show.
The script's a total dumpster fire, of course.
Back to Mallory and Nikki, and they're sitting there watching Mr. Immortal videos online, and eventually Nikki shows her the website she's been stalking called Intelligentsia. It's a She-Hulk site, or maybe a allegory for critics in real life saying She-Hulk is dumb and cancel She-Hulk. There's some death threats on there, but that's the internet, so it is what it is. But Mallory tells Nikki that don't tell Jen about this, since Jen's fragile ego can't handle this kind of criticism, and all of us know that she really can't. So
Mom, she's so sad and lonely.
what does Nikki do? She tells her anyway, leaves her a voicemail. Jen is still, I guess, drunk, hanging out with Jonathan. She's still in her wedding attire and having some French fries, but, since he's a nice guy to her, we all know how this is going to end.
Guess we're not having sex, huh?
Oh, no, we're having sex.
That's pretty much it. Instead of getting a post-credit scene, we have one more scene with a laboratory and a bent needle from previous episodes, and we see like a new needle being formed that could, in theory, penetrate Jen's skin, and it's just, I guess, alluding to the fact that somebody wants her blood. We're not sure why, but we'll find out. And yeah, that's the end of She-Hulk episode 6. She goes to a wedding, and
Finally, it's over.
okay, let's finish this and just gonna take some stuff straight. Well, it's empty, but I'll buy some more. And that's it, the end of She-Hulk episode 6. Not much to say, boring as hell, terrible choreography. As usual, didn't laugh at all except for the one character, Mr. Immortal. And for future references, I will be saving this clip because that's the only thing I did like was watching this guy jump out a window, since all of us fans, well, real fans of She-Hulk, we can relate every time we watch an episode of this show. And so okay guys, I'm going to finish this, check my watch, upload some more videos, edit, pull out Bender, and you know what's going to happen. Get ready, let's go.
This calls for a drink.
Oh boy, that's some good red, white, and berry. And I'm heading back to work.